So in today's video I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the Wilderness Explorers badges that you can collect at Animal Kingdom. Before I go any further though, I think I'm a little bit underdressed. Hold on a second, that's better. And I'm going to lose the hat though. Ooh. So the Wilderness Explorers Handbook is something that you can do at Animal Kingdom, and it's really good fun. I did it when I was travelling by myself. A couple of times they did think that when I walked up to them and there were little children in front of me that I was their mum holding their book for them. So if you're travelling by yourself and doing this, expect that. But it's really good, and they will let you do it no matter how old you are. So it takes you all around the park and you get to learn loads of extra stuff that you wouldn't normally learn if you were just walking around the park. So the first thing you need to do when you come into the park, or when you decide that you're going to start doing this, is you need to get your handbook. So inside your Wilderness Explorers Handbook, it is a bit like I want to say a proper Wilderness Explorers Handbook. It is a proper Wilderness Explorers Handbook, but you open it up and you get your membership card where you have to write your name, and you get your pledge, and then you get your Wilderness Explorers badge. And then it explains to you 3 easy steps how to go about completing the badge, and then you've got the map, and then you're on to your first badge, and each page is a different badge. So you've got all of these different pages to do, and you collect this from well, you can get it from anywhere actually. A lot of the checkpoints do have the books, but I just started at the main troop, I can't remember what they're called, troop post or something, where you come into the park from the Oasis and you come up over the hump looking down towards the Tree of Life. On the right hand side is the little Wilderness Explorers headquarters. So you go over there and they will make you say the Wilderness Explorers Oath, and then once you've taken the oath you get your first badge in here, and they will explain to you how it works and what you need to do, and then you get your pencil and off you go, and you just work at your own pace. I did it over 2 days. It did take me all of 2 days to do it because I was doing other stuff in between. If you just did nothing else other than this without doing lots of attractions and stuff, you probably could do it in 1 day. It's a really good thing if you're going on a longer trip and you don't just want to go around the parks and do all of the attractions all the time, then this is a really good way of doing it. There is a map inside, and on the map you can see all of the different stations that relate to badges, and the pictures in the map relate to a specific badge that you can earn. Now what you have to do as you walk around the park, to the side of the path or the location where the badge is, then you will see a little fence post with the same picture on it, and that tells you that is the point at which you can earn that badge. It does tell you for certain badges that you need to do go to specific places, but it will tell you where each one is located. So for example, the veterinary badge, it tells you that you have to go to the veterinary window at the conservation centre. If you want to do your explorer badge, you need to go to the entrance of the Maharaja Jungle Trek. It's very easy to follow. I did find though that I had to cross off the ones that I'd done once I've done them, so I could remember which ones I was doing, because I wasn't doing it all in one go. And all you do is you just go up to the post, and there will either be somebody dressed as a wilderness explorer, or it will be somebody in a normal costume, but they will have the Wilderness Explorers bag, and it does explain this in the book. And you just go up to them and you say, hello, I'm here for my badge, and if you have done the activity they will give you the badge. If you haven't done the activity or they need to explain something to you, they will explain it to you, and then you can go off and do it. Or it might be that they ask you questions and you have to give them the answer. So always read in the book, and it will tell you what you need to do. So the one that I'm looking at here is the Flamingo badge, and it gives you a little bit of information about the badge, and then it tells you what you need to do. So for the Flamingo badge, it says Wilderness Explorers study many creatures in the wild. Flamingos live in large groups called colonies, and it can sometimes be difficult to tell them apart. Placing bands with numbers on the flamingo's leg is an easy way to track and identify the individual birds. So it gives you kind of a little bit of background around the activity you're going to be doing and why, because the first thing you have to do is find the flamingos on Discovery Island. A troop leader has taken some pictures of the flamingo using a camera trap that takes photos of animals when humans are not around. Find the troop leader and ask him to see the pictures. Look at the pictures on the viewer and find the flamingo whose tag matches the numbers on the photographs, and then you have to compare their tags. Once you've done that, you then have to look at the actual flamingos that are there in the park, and you have to write down any tag numbers that you can see. And then once you've done that, you get your Wilderness Explorers badge, your flamingo badge. So it's really, really good fun. When you watch my vlogs, you'll see that some of them require finding things, which I got a bit competitive with. So there's like 4-year-olds spotting things, and I'm like, get out of the way, I need to find everything. Other things are just really, really interesting. You have to go and find out things, you have to go and talk to cast members, you have to listen to what they're saying. You get to find out so much more about the animals. So I think it's a really, really interesting thing. It's a good addition to do if you've done everything, or you think you've done everything in Animal Kingdom before. The Wilderness Explorers is a really, really good way of doing it. And once you've done it, you get to keep the book as well. I mean, mine's a little bit worn, but you get to keep all of that information and everything that you learn, and you can look back and remember it. Plus you've got all of the badges and stuff with stickers in it as well to show what you've done. And I guess as long as they keep doing the Wilderness Explorers, you could get this on one trip, and then if you go back the following year, you can just go back and finish the rest, provided they don't change it too much. So I really, really enjoyed it. An explorer is a friend to all, be it plant, fish or tiny mole. It's on the back, just in case you forget. So yeah, I highly recommend doing the Wilderness Explorers.